stop glitching, music? Vive bonjour! Hi, Ikea! You're first today. Hope the music will stop glitching. How was my day so far? Not long. Woke up late as usual. How was yours? As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I am sitting there, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me.
Hello, Princess. I heard from Anise that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess? So you're mocking me now, too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, well, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You are implying that I am not normally as good as this. We never said you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show was even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory. Not at all. The children always smile regardless of whether they really like the show. So long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Well, maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. I am not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. Oh my gosh.
Busy. Day's finally over. Yay! Relax! I only have the end of... Ah! Hello! So, love? Still currently looking for the beauty within me, but yes, I'm here. We all need to look for the beauty inside of us. I see a lot of guts. That's so stupid. I'm sorry.
You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess. I'm leaving, Waltz. I want some time to myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Waltz's face.
Thank you, IKEA.
I
I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear the sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Well... Hmm. I guess I have the... Yeah, I had the guide on my phone. Yeah. Look at the guide. I want a bad ending. Yes, that's how I usually play visual novels on my own too. Before you make fun of me for doing that, I would do that on my own, not just on stream. I'm like that. Cinderella Phenomenon walkthrough. Yeah. I visit often. Yeah, sure, makes sense. Okay, see, yeah. Remain inside. Okay, I need to remain inside. On second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. I turn and see Delora, looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down to visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you had gotten so close. We haven't. It was a joke, princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it is you who does not have the sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile, as always. So, what are you doing down here? Couldn't sleep? Me too. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds? Are you really spooked by some sounds from the forest? Or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity. And then the cat, you know. I did not ask for your opinion, witch. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. And this is the beginning of the newest route. Delora and Princess Bing. I forgot her name. I only remember the last part, like Riella Britton. Like, what was her name already? Lucette. Yes. Those sounds. It sounds like metal against metal. Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Aha! Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was the one who was with Waltz last night? Neither he or Garland, nor Garland notices us at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman, and he practices at night with either Hurian or Ganon, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well? The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. Ugh. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I heard from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. Oh my gosh, I need to make him sound like a man. Oh no. Innocent. I notice him looking at me in between the strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with his distraction? Princess? Karma quickly quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with his sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Howdy! It's the penguin. Makes me read it like that. Hello, Splurbles! I'm sorry, I have trouble with my speech today. I guess. For a few seconds at least. Been struggling with the texts. Yes, sir. Karma straightens, sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing a sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I am not sure why. A lot of big words, I feel that. Well, sometimes I just like mix sounds from different words together. Or I put W's where they don't belongs. Different words. Ah! What are you practicing for? To protect Princess, knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. It's a means to protect, yes. Sorry, I'm fine. To protect? I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before.
I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face.
I am going to get the friend's kiss. Thank you, Momo. Different from the enemy's kiss that we're going to hear about. My commander called that one the enemy's kiss, a standoff where your eyes lock onto your opponents because of the proximity. Hi! Nameless! Lurking? Fair enough. While you do chores. Haha. Ha ha ha. I don't know why I'm like ha ha ha.
The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense. But the enemy's kiss with a name. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? Swordplay is dramatic though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you here. There. Everywhere. Sorry. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust. And quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing, though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma. But Karma, you're not a knight. What? No, I am most definitely not. But since Garland and Hurian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There is no way Garland and Hurian would do that. After all, the both of them were the best knights in Angiel before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Julian and I really didn't have to get down on our knees and beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So you are finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Rumpel fight so often. You really are very similar. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. So, the reason you are so tired today is because you do these practices at night? Oh, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does this have to do with Karma's curse? But he's not in his disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no, you decided that staying up late into the night and practicing was more important. That was probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Garnon, you were the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess! Karma is special, princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners. Can you really help me with my curse? But how will you do that just... how is that by just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. I think it's pronounced like that. I don't know. I don't know this word. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Lisette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch.
But mother, they are so much fun to watch.
They are dangerous, Lisette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you.
But father says that those knights are supposed to protect me.
That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lisette.
Not so good?
The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely.
Even though father said they would keep me safe?
Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful, and a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people?
But the knights are...
Even knights can be treacherous, Lisette. Do not trust a man with a sword. He can be dangerous.
Yes, Mother, I understand.
Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe.
Yes, I understand.
Girlfriends? Oh no! Who are you dressed like a woman again? Julian, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oh, okay, because he's fighting the girl.
It has been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I've come here every night since then, though I never stay long as Karma since I actually have work to do in the mornings.
Alright, here I come.
Their two swords clash and Karma laughs as he throws Julian back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword.
That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Julian?
I noticed that every time Karma practices with Julian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says it is because of the curse and because he does not want Julian to fall in love with him. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Julian could fall in love with Karma.
Be subtle and quiet. Garn tells me that you're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today?
Sir.
Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it?
Uh,
Hit the nail on the head, have I? It is not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course, but that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Julian, even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself.
Delicate flower.
Julian, you should hit him on the head for that. But princess!
He's not delicate at all.
Julian laughs and I scowl at her.
She's laughing at me. She's laughing because you were funny. You said something very funny. Because that was true. You're right. He's not delicate. You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it.
Oh, princess, you wound me. I'm always going after these stupid dudes.
You always say that.
You wound me where Julian blade cannot.
Something flashes in Julian's eyes as she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Julian rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns. Julian taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit! It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma.
No, it was the weakness. It was the lack of sleep catching up with me.
Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things.
Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice.
Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there is something I want to see first. On our way out, Hunian gives a sullen nod to Garen. She pauses to say something to him, and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. Blah, blah. I have seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There's no doubt about it. Yet, is practicing with him really so special?
He is fast on his feet and quick with his reactions.
He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace.
I can second that.
Even better than Ross. Remember him? The guy who made the impossible level in Mario Maker? Ah, yeah, that makes more sense.
The first commander we trained under, the one that punished slow learning with extra exercises.
Yeah, Rubber Ross shout out. Indeed. You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted.
I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Like,
You've always been overprotective.
well, I.
They both suddenly stopped to look at Karma, who is smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have that look on his face? Because he's not stupid! He knows what's going on! It's pretty obvious! Oh my gosh! Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Galen shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious.
Right.
The two exchange quick farewells before Hudian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garden with Karma.
You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But, yes, Hunian did mention almost stepping on it once. impossible! I am the picture of elegance. Of course, sir.
Karma shrugs Garnon's comment off. The two ready their swords, then get rid into practice. Right into practice. Yeah, I can't read. Sorry. Get right into practice. That makes more sense. I did not understand the get rid. Because it was never written in the first place, you dingus. Huyen has taken over Garnon's patrol now, so that Garnon can get in some practice time.
So, Garnon, have you told Hurian yet?
No, clearly.
No.
The conversation that Karma always has with Garnon is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garnon answers Karma's questions if doing so makes him so depressed.
Will you ever say anything to her, Garnon?
Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garnon, who sighs in response. Whenever Garnon thinks about Hurian, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Wow.
Hurian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her.
Oh my gosh. I need to read this.
You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too. Beautiful. And then there's me.
Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Oh my gosh. I need to be mean, okay? I can see why you wouldn't tell her. Ah! Ah! Alright, alright. I'm a meanie.
Because she's better than me.
No, because if you told her and she refused, then it would be difficult afterwards.
You understand, princess?
Of course I understand, I am not stupid.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with her petals always curved inward.
What does that even mean?
See, if it were Hurian, she'd probably know, but I'm just as confused as you are.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half of the fluff Karma speaks.
It's because I weave love and dedication into every single one of my words. There's a beauty in deciphering them. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training.
I end up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him.
You're still here, princess? Were you seeking out alone time with me, by chance?
I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you.
You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette?
You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Carmen nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. Sheathing it? I don't know. It frustrates me.
You're frustrated?
That look of his always annoys me.
Oh my.
It is annoying.
I'm so trying so hard to understand what I'm supposed to read here. I'm so dumb. Ah, help! Do you want to ask me why you won't confess because you're so frustrated?
Yes.
I suppose after almost 2 months I do know you a bit better.
You do not know anything about me. And I do not know anything about karma either.
Confessing isn't easy, dear Lucette. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent.
But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me?
Is that the reason you're so blunt, princess?
Blunt? You are far more blunt than I am. Good morning, Jackster!
Princess Lucette, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade.
I am not amusing.
That is a matter of opinion, darling.
He really is insufferable. And yet I still come to him for advice.
The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you?
My thoughts shift to the king. My chest tightens.
Princess Lucette?
Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh.
My apologies, princess.
No, I cannot imagine.
No?
Loving someone and finding out they do not feel the same way. I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up hope on him, right?
It's a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, princess. It is one of the worst feelings.
Karma asks to be alone, so I returned to the tavern by myself that night. Oh boy. I do not know why I agreed to do this when nothing changes. Today I am once again out in town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress?
Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression.
Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted.
Oh no, darling. I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman, or by a woman in love with another man, is especially troubling.
Is the cursory that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me?
Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now.
What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him. So why do I feel like this? You know, it would be so much easier for you to just help me carry bags.
Oh, there! Let's buy one of those cupcakes.
Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars.
Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating them all would be good for my diet. What do you think, princess? We'll share one.
I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but two cupcakes catch my eye. One has a tiny little creature sitting on the top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts. Though it is strange, the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute. But Karma might like the other cupcake.
Oh, so it's between those two? Which would you like? Lisette?
Think it's the lizard. Then the fancy cupcake with the lizard. Alright, alright, alright.
The hardest decision in the game. A cupcake!
I'm so hungry, that doesn't help. I don't even know what I'm going to eat for dinner because I didn't take a decision for that either, so. No food is in preparation for me. I'll have that one.
The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon?
A chameleon? Probably not pronouncing it properly, but at least I know what it is.
It is a chameleon. Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those.
I don't know where to put the stress in that. Chameleon? 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 Forgive me, I am stupid. For me, it's just chameleon. Okay, sorry. Yay! Sorry. I was thinking you'd like it for the colors, not the chameleon, whatever that is.
Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we?
Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and a knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a knife and a fork to eat a cupcake? So, before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse.
Were we? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we had gotten off that tangent, to be honest.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
You have your secrets just as I do, princess.
But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses.
Princess, you want to help me?
Only because it is necessary that I help him so he can help me.
I haven't made any progress helping you, though.
You said you would provide me with opportunities.
I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, princess.
Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either.
But, princess, you've been helping me for the last few days, last few weeks. Whether or not it is an obligation, you still are good company.
Ugh. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Oh, it's a cute little chameleon, yes! Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through frosting cake with ease. Knife. Frosting and cake. I can't read. My brain. Help. I've definitely never seen such refined manners for simple dessert.
What was your life like before the curse, princess?
I have no need to tell you any of that.
No, it's not necessary, but I am curious.
Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so.
How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll give you one tomorrow.
What makes you think I am interested in your life?
Well, you do keep asking me about my curse.
Only because you are working on breaking our curses.
Okay then. We won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead.
What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Carmen cuts the chameleon on top in half. I noticed that he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter. When I get stuck with the tail. I think that cupcake is his curse.
Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings.
Is he willing to go this far to avoid the subject?
When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon.
What?
I hid a lot to avoid responsibilities. Oftentimes, no one could find me. Not my father, nor the servants.
If he had servants, then that makes him a noble?
One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon the chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I'd only found it because I was looking for something fantastic.
The lizard on the cupcake does not seem all that fantastic.
My father explained that it was to me. Explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is that, princess?
It seems like you're still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets.
I suppose I'm still a chameleon then.
I don't think that nickname makes any sense.
Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, princess.
Can we please just get back to the subject at hand?
Yes, this cupcake.
If you insist on sharing a story for story, then I will tell you something about me.
Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share.
I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness.
But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. He's obsessed with that cupcake. It's a very cute cupcake, though, so I can understand. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they don't think I am the one at fault. To know that I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they think I am the one at fault. Always. Was it a little plastic toy you could get to keep? Why would they have plastic in like this fantasy past setting? I wouldn't judge you, princess. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulged nothing to you after all. A story for story. That is the deal, right? I expect you to keep to it. Or rather, fact for fact. It is not like I have to tell him everything. Just, it's just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Emmeline and Rod and assume we're all good? We're all one big happy family? I do have to admit that Princess Emmeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Emmeline seemed very nice, is she not? Thank you, Light! Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continue to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I hadn't meant to stop there, but the words keep coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmeline far better than he ever
has ever treated me.
What was your mother like?
All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, so to speak, who to speak with.
Who to speak with?
Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does?
No, princess. I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad.
Oh, I lost Sky Breath! I recognize the emoji. Sad? Why would he be sad?
It sounds like you lived an empty life.
It was not an empty life. I'm doing well, I think. How are you?
But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone.
It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Everybody needs their own trademark emoji. I need to remember them one by one, like Splurples as the little crying penguin. I need to remember that.
Princess, about your mother.
I will not hear you speak ill of Mother.
No, I only had a question about your mother.
Karma coughs and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it?
This.
What? Yay! Slow day. What stupid thing's about to happen?
Oh gods!
I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower. The soft gentleness gone. Karma puts a hand on his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I've always wondered how he's able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh god, no! Oh, it's Miss Karma! I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. Ah! Yeah! Yan! Yan is this hand, the red hand. Yay! Hello! I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Your dress is lovely today, as always, Miss Karma. Karma? I think Karma can't speak right now. Miss Karma, are you okay? Evil red hand. Your evil red disembodied hand.
I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I am feeling under the weather. I noticed that he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I am too amused to offer any sort of assistance. Ah! What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced, and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. Oh my gosh. I'm supposed to tease him. Let's go. He obviously wants to leave, but I cannot help myself. Ah, you're evil, Lisette! I'm the one who told her to do that, though. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. At the very least, you should thank this girl for her compliment. Oh no, it's quite alright. Come on, Karma. You're usually the most charming person on these streets. Thank you. He sounds like he's dying now. I cannot help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on Karma's face seems to dissipate completely. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that perfume makes for me. I must have talked too much. You talked too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it is already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You haven't... Yeah! That killed me. That just there, that killed my voice. I should try that. Ha. Alright. You have a nice smile, Princess Lucette. I'm glad I could make you laugh. I was trying to make this voice and it came out like just not. Ugh. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. You and Rumple really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. I'm glad I could make you laugh. I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma is practicing with Hurrian or Garnon. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Delora and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now since they know that I am meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the room tonight reading a book. Yeah, not reading a room. And not inside of a book. Yes. Sorry. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes.
Oh, Princess, I didn't see you.
I noticed that she's closed the book and I can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella? That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right?
Yes, that's right.
And yet you're reading one.
The curses are based off of these fairy tales after all.
But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale. It's reversed.
True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her.
Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away.
Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you?
Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing.
You have friendships and people who enjoy your company.
No one in this tavern enjoys my company.
Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you.
Like me? Why would you like me?
You've become like family here.
I haven't even been here that long.
It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Marchen is family.
Family? You're saying that everyone at the Marchen is like family.
Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family.
I speak more with the people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz.
Are you going to watch Karma practice?
I nodded in response.
Be safe, Princess.
As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma?
You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman. but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides its curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Paffa does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess, you said not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he wouldn't tell me everything when I am trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do it? I'm going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simpler and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Mother, I went to town today. Oh? I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me that it would be fun. And was it? No, everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? Townsfolk are jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Lisette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lisette. You need only trust me, because I will never hurt you. Okay. I think since my voice is pretty tired now, I should probably stop before I destroy it. So I have something to talk with next stream. So thank you, IKEA. Thank you, So Love. Thank you, Splurbles. Thank you, Nameless. Thank you, Jackster. Thank you, Light. Thank you, Skybreath. Thank you, Yan. And thank you to anyone else who might have watched this or might watch this later. You're welcome. Thank you. I had a lot of fun, so I hope you had too. And I hope I get to see you again another time. People, bye bye. Thank you.